Welcome students. Today we will take a closer look at a very prominent indicator for the development level of a country, the so-called GDP, which is an abbreviation for Gross Domestic Product. First of all, let's quickly define what an indicator is. An indicator is a way to measure something. An indicator helps us to say how much, what size, or how good. Take a very simple example. Here at the university, we have a lot of students, and as a teacher and as a lecturer, we need to measure the performance of students. And this is done by using an indicator. In that case, the indicator is the grade that the student gets for his or her performance in the classroom. So if a student is a very good student, she will get an A. If the student is a good student, the student will get a B, and so on. So we use grade as an indicator for student performance. The same way we need an indicator for the level of development of a country. And the most prominent indicator, the most well-known indicator for the level of development of a country is the so-called Gross Domestic Product. It's abbreviated GDP. GDP, as a short definition, is the total market value of all final goods and services produced in a country in a single year. Let's look at the different components of this definition in order to really understand what GDP is about. First of all, we're looking at a specific country, for example, Thailand. So we are interested in the gross domestic product. Furthermore, we are looking at a specific single year. For example, we are interested in the gross domestic product of Thailand in the year 2014. And we want to measure the total market value of all final goods and services. So what are goods and services? Goods are things that are produced in a country, like for example cars. Or it can also be something like food, like rice that is produced in Thailand. Cars and rice are goods. On the other hand, we have so-called services. Services are also produced in a country, but services are more things that people do for us or that companies do for us. A service, for example, can be a haircut that you get when you go to the barbershop. In that case, the person working at the barbershop provides a service to you, and that service is giving you a haircut. A second example is financial services. Financial services are something that banks provide to us as consumers. Financial services basically is, for example, the storage of money. We usually bring our money to the bank, or we have our paychecks transferred to our bank account, and the bank keeps our money in a safe place. This is the service, the financial service that the bank provides to us. Now, what is total market value? Total market value, as the name suggests, is about money. So we want to know the monetary value of all of these different services and goods that are produced in a country. This is very important because it allows us to compare different types of goods and services. It would be very difficult for people who want to compare the production between different countries or years to do that without money as an overall unit of measurement. Of course, we could say that Thailand in the year 2014 produced 70,000 cars. It furthermore produced 2.1 million bowls of rice. It produced 7.6 million haircuts, and so on. But as you see, this is very, very messy, very difficult, and very time consuming. So we need a single unit of measurement, and this single unit of measurement is money. Because if we know, for example, that all of the cars that are produced in Thailand in the year 2014 have a total value of 20 billion baht, and all of the bowls of rice that were produced in Thailand in the year 2014 have a total value of 40 billion baht, then we can add that up. We know that the total value of goods was 60 billion baht. So it's a very convenient way in order to aggregate the values of different types of goods and services. And GDP is very prominent, as I mentioned in the beginning. GDP is something referred to by governments worldwide, international organizations like the World Bank, and you can find it. You will read about it in newspapers, you will hear about it in the news and the television, and you see it on websites like the World Bank website. The World Bank website is a very good place in order to get information about development indicators of basically all countries. So you can click the World Bank website and find out about the GDP of Thailand, for example. The GDP of Thailand in the year 2014 was $373.8 billion. So that means that in the year 2004, Thailand produced goods and services with a total value of $373.8 billion. So that's a very large number. So you can see that Thailand is a country that produces a lot of goods and services. Now, a very important question, of course, is whether or not GDP is a good indicator for development.